Hey everyone, Ryan here, and I've come to talk to you guys about Super Mario 3D World. That was a game that was announced at E3, and everyone was disappointed immediately when that game was announced because it was just like Super Mario 3D Land with little to no changes. There was multiplayer in it, by the way, but I'm coming here to discuss to you guys about why that game is going to be great. So, before I get to the main reasons, let's start with the smaller reasons and then build up to the bigger one. So, one of them, as I said, is multiplayer, and that's one of the biggest ones because we had the multiplayer formula before in the new Super Mario Bros. Wii game, but it was in 2D perspective, so everyone would always get in someone's way. Now, there's not that problem in this game because now you have the 3D perspective to go around, so you could just go around all over the place, and it actually feels like a co-op experience. It's the first platforming co-op experience for Mario that actually isn't flawed. Now that's a really good reason. And another good thing about it are the enemies that are coming back. Like some of them that we haven't seen since like Mario 2 or Super Mario World, and it's really nice to get to see them with a whole 3D makeover. And I like how Nintendo's going to their old classic roots. Like even with the character things, like the pictures of the character that you are, it's their classic cartoon model from like the 80s. It's pretty cool. And now let's get to the main reason why this game's going to be great. Have you noticed that Peach is a playable character now? Yeah, pretty interesting, right? Then who is Bowser after? That's what makes it really interesting because obviously Bowser sent these enemies in because you could see his logo in some parts of the reveal, and we even got to play the game at E3 too. It was pretty cool. And what I don't what I don't feel like what people didn't really look into was the story. Are we gonna have our first story-driven Mario game that doesn't have the same one that isn't a Mario RPG? Our first platforming Mario story that is really diverse. I mean, Galaxy almost went there, but then they showed Galaxy 2 and it was kind of the same story and they forgot everything that happened. But this one looks like it's going to be just as interesting as a Mario RPG story, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Like, what is Bowser after? And Peach is actually helping Mario in this whole adventure. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. That's why it's going to be great. And some more things about it. They're actually trying some new whole platforming dynamics, and now that it's on the Wii U, they're even implementing the gamepad to kind of be like the second player in Mario Galaxy, to where it can like paralyze enemies, pick up items for you, and all that. It's a nice addition for a fifth player in a platforming Mario game because, now we have more people in the house than we did before when we were young. So it's kind of nice to have a fifth player. I mean, the Wii U is innovation right there in multiplayer because we've always had four players in any console that we have that is modern. Back then it was two players, and then when they went to like the GameCube generation, they started having four players. No, wait, scratch that. N64. That was when they started having four players. But you get my idea. So multiplayer is finally getting innovated again. Even though it's an odd number of players, it's really nice just to see innovation. And Nintendo was the one to pull it off. That kind of brings out the kid in everyone. Like Nintendo's changing up the formula again. Are we going to start getting really cool games for that formula? And yeah, we are. We're getting a new Smash Bros. For the Wii U. We're getting a new Pikmin. We're getting, yes, a new Mario game that has actually really good story elements to it, and it's not even out yet. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. It looks fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. But I don't have a Wii U, but I really hope to get one so I can get games like, the new Smash Bros., Pikmin, just any game that looks as phenomenal as these ones that I've named here. And yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about other games, but it's the Wii U. I can't help it. And wow, I just failed. But yeah, Super Mario 3D World. And another thing that everyone was really, really pissed off about was the cat suit. They were like, okay, that's okay, I guess, but what the hell? That is so weird for a Mario game. It looks actually more Japanese than Italian now. But it's actually a great power-up. Like, you can do so many things with it that it can actually make the platforming more diverse. Like, you could search for things, like by climbing up walls, because it's all a 3D environment now. And it's been kind of it's been a while, not that long, since we've had like a 3D Mario game that's platforming. You know, I mean, the Galaxy games, I guess you can count those, but a game like this, to where it's just like classic Mario, that's pretty neat. And let's see, what else? Yeah, the cat suit, it can jump in the air and shoot itself diagonally at enemies, kind of like a homing attack in Sonic, but it's less controllable. But it still works, even for a Mario game. It's pretty nice, and I like the cat suit a lot. And yeah, the four-player dynamic is something that everyone passed by because it's already been done before, but they haven't realized not like this. It is more cooperative, and you won't be pissing people off as much. Unless you're really a dick, and you like pissing people off in these kind of games, then yeah, you're going to have a blast. Because this game is meant for cooperation. But there's also a single-player mode, too. And I feel like the less competitive person will be playing that version more, or the more story-driven one will be playing that one more. Because the multiplayer seems more rushed than ever before. Because it kind of forces people to move on with the level. Like, if you go into one of those teleporting boxes from Super Mario 3D Land, it'll make everybody else go in there after waiting for about a few seconds. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing that it's rushed. In fact, I think it makes the pacing a whole lot different than from single player. Because I think the single player would be a completely different experience next to the multiplayer. Because if you think about it, the play times would be way different. Because with more people, the game's a lot easier. And the game's probably supposed to be hard on certain parts. Whereas in single player, it's probably a really hard experience. So it's nice to see that in a Mario game, difficulty. I mean, I know the Galaxy games had difficulty, but you know what? Those Galaxy games were so damn good. And to make a game like this, like to jump from Galaxy to this, is actually a pretty bold move. And it works. It really does. But I think I'm like one of those many few people that actually think this about this game because, you know, everyone wants another Galaxy. I mean, you're not going to lie. And with the hype that Smash Brothers brought, Nintendo really has to make games that really stand out after that. Because that was pretty mind-blowing. Everyone was like, Mega Man! Oh my god! You know, and just seeing another Smash Bros. Game after what? Yeah, Brawl came out in 2008, and it's 2013 now. And a new Smash Bros. Game was announced, alongside with a new Animal Crossing game, and they also make an appearance with Animal Crossing in Smash Brothers. That's pretty damn cool. So Nintendo having to follow up later games after Smash Bros. Is pretty dang hard. So, yeah, I really can't wait to see what Nintendo's going to do with their games because they have a lot in store for this year and next year. So, yeah, Nintendo, you fucking rock. I love Nintendo. Like, no one quite does it like Nintendo. They really rock the house at E3. Everybody else was just like arguing about like, no, Xbox One is like totally gay and then the PS4 is going to be the console that everyone's getting. But no one really talked about Nintendo that much. When they did was after like Nintendo Direct and all their other panels. But it's like no one really got into the conversation about like, so what was the best Nintendo game you saw at E3? And that topic was never really brought up because everyone's just so occupied about the console wars. Like, I think the Wii U should be in the console wars because that has a really impressive lineup. And Nintendo made the smart move. Oh, sorry about there. But Nintendo did the really smart move about releasing their console before the game. Before games were actually announced for it. And the other consoles weren't even announced yet when the Wii U came out. So when at E3 and the other companies were announcing their consoles, Nintendo was announcing a lot of their games. Now that is a really smart move because PS4 and Xbox One were kind of lopsided. Like one would show the console but not the games, and the other one would show the games but not the console. But Nintendo has already shown both by the time E3 was over. So the people that were really big Nintendo fans got everything, and the ones who were Xbox fans or PlayStation fans really got half of the show. So awesome move there, Nintendo. And yeah. I don't like how underappreciated Nintendo is this year, or in fact, in the later years. It's kind of disappointing because Nintendo's kind of that group that we all grew up with. And they're all near and dear to us somewhere. I mean, even if you're a Sega fan, they haven't made a console since the Dreamcast. So, yeah, come on, give Nintendo some credit. They're pulling a lot of innovation in places you never really would expect. And, you know, Xbox and PlayStation are kind of playing it safe. I mean, yeah, sure, they're making their hardware a lot bigger, but it's not really as game-breaking as Nintendo. They actually went all out for their console and their games that are coming up for it too. So they're going to be busy for a while, but it's going to be damn well worth it for the wait. I really can't wait to get a Wii U. And they also got 3DS lineups as well. They got two things out. Usually, like, companies would have one console out, but this one has two. They have the 3DS and the Wii U. And what the 3DS has is actually for Smash Brothers, they're releasing it not next to each other. I'm pretty sure they're releasing at different times. But for this one, like, they're two different games. Like, Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Smash Bros. For the Wii U, which I think are stupid names, by the way. But they just need... my god. A lot of people need to take point from Nintendo, because they're really doing it like they should. And yes, for Super Mario 3D World, in case you guys got lost, let me just run it down for you. There's going to be a better story, better multiplayer, and better power-ups in my opinion. The Tanuki suit's still there, but just the cat suit is what's really reeling me in for the power-ups, because that is an awesome idea. I mean, I don't even care if it looks too Japanese. I love Japan, and I love Asians. They gave me Mario, and they also gave me Sonic, and I can't really argue with that. And they also gave me anime. Ooh, oh boy, what hasn't Japan given me? So yeah, Mario 3D World, don't get too pissed at it. It looks really phenomenal if you actually sit down and think about it instead of just following what everyone else says and like, no, it looks really freaking stupid. I mean, why would they do that to a Mario game? I mean, come on, where's Galaxy? I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a Galaxy game. There's no doubt about it. Like, Nintendo made so much money off the Galaxy games, and not making another one would be a pretty lame move. But you know what? Look at all the games they're giving us now, so you can wait while all these games are coming out and we get more details on them while you're waiting for a new Mario Galaxy. Because imagine Mario Galaxy in HD. That is going to look amazing. But yeah. And also another gaming dynamic that I forgot to mention that's in Mario 3D World is the transparent pipes. Like, they have obstacles in them. You can go through them. They're like automatically set through to go through. But you can also change your direction to actually get to other paths to dodge obstacles and stuff. So that's a pretty cool thing. They're actually making the pipes a gameplay thing, you know? Like, usually pipes have just been, you go in and you pop up on another end. But this time they're actually something that you go through in order to get through the level. That's pretty neat. I thought changing up the pipe dynamic was something really, really game-breaking. But that's enough talking for me. Thank you very much for watching this video. I just wanted to talk to you guys about Nintendo, their underappreciatedness, and, you know, basically Super Mario 3D World and why it's going to be really, really good. So, yeah. Thank you for tuning into this episode of something. Well, thank you for tuning into RT Online. How about that? And I'll see you guys another day.